The head of public service, Felix Koskei, says the war on corruption will be ruthless and painful.
Koskei, who was addressing crime and governance journalists' workshop in Mombasa, said there would be no sacred cows in the war, but the government will operate in the confines of law when dealing with those suspected of plundering public resources.
As part of scaling up the war on corruption, the head of public service said the government is considering legislation that will allow the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission to retain a portion of funds from recovered proceeds of crime to meet their operational budget deficit.
The head of public service is sounding a warning to public officers that there will be nowhere to hide for those engaged in plundering public resources.
Theft of public funds denies citizens essential services and shall not be tolerated. The government will do all that it takes to secure the future of this great nation. We shall not allow a few greedy individuals to plunder the prospects of our nation. This will not happen, and this administration remains clear on this intent.
Koskei says the current administration has a defined path on the war against corruption, and those found in the act will not be spared.
In the management of public affairs, can rest assured that the government will take swift and decisive action against them if any corruption is detected. In this pursuit, there shall be absolutely no sacred cow.
Koskei challenging the justice system not to be used to shield the corrupt, but promised that the government will operate within
His Excellency the President directed for action to be taken on 6 CEOs of state agencies and 67 police officers implicated in corruption.
The public service boss said the government was working on enabling legislation that will see EACC retain a part of the recovered proceeds of crime to meet its budget deficit. The Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission Chief Executive Officer Twalib Mbarak, who was present in the meeting, said the commission receives over 9,000 cases of alleged corrupt individuals annually and has managed to recover 23.74 billion from the years 2018 to 2023.
As much as they are not seeing very tangible results quickly from how they observe activities, is that the fight against corruption, the clock is going on the right direction, albeit very slowly. And this is something that they need to know, that corruption is a very sophisticated crime, it's a white-collar crime, very invisible.
The anti-graft boss says much can be done if given more resources, as the current allocation stands at 3.4 billion annually.
The backlog of cases, that is, there is a shortcoming in the way the law is crafted in the fight against corruption, because if you look at the law governing the EACC, it shows openly that any type of corruption, no matter even if it is 100 bob, it must be reported, and it said that it must be dealt with. So based on the capacity and the budget that we get, we have decided to realign our strategy in the 4 main aspects. That is the issue of high impact cases, asset recovery, and then we look at the prevention aspect of it.
The Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission boss, Twalib Mbarak, has also called for the end of politicization of the war against the graft, as they say they are making headway. Abdiaziz Hashim from Mombasa County, Prime Edition.